Another day, I was in a supermarket. There was a lady, maybe she was her mid-70s. She actually dropped a perfume bottle on the floor and it broke. Manager came and she begged her apology, but manager said, no ma'am, you have to pay for that, that's our policy. She got so mad and she said this was not stored properly, it was so slippery, that's why it dropped, and it was a sample, why I had to pay for that, I'm going for Consumer Protection Authority, and so and so. So it's a huge drama and it was a huge argument. Despite the job we do, we also may face in a similar situation. Sometimes we need to convince other people on their mistake, or sometimes we may need to communicate our faults as well. So this discussion may go well, but most of the time these end with the arguments or blaming, or sometimes even with a fight. In similar situation, we only have two cards to play. One is end of the world card and other one is it's okay, not a big deal card. Okay, so let's see how it goes. First, I must tell this is not my idea. Someone worked for Apple posted this idea long back and suddenly remembered me because of that incident. This is how it goes. So when some incident happens, when some discussion or some argument goes, we only have two cards to play. As I said, one is end of the world card and other one is not a big deal card. So once you choose one card, the other person, only option other person has is the remaining card. So if you choose end of the world card, the only option other person has is it's okay card. Okay, so let me explain. In that situation, manager came and played not a big deal card. He got this as a very simple situation and he wanted to go with the policy. So the only option lady had was playing the end of the world card. So let's change the situation a little bit. If the manager came and said, oh ma'am, are you okay? And yeah, these things happen, and yeah, these glass bottle break all the time. But as per our policy, I must charge you, but you being a regular customer, let me to talk to my manager and let me to talk to head office and see what I can do for you, because I know you haven't done that on purpose. So meantime, ma'am, you want to have some coffee or something like that. So then, only the option she has is not a big deal card. She might say, yeah, not a big deal, I will pay for that. If it is the policy, I will pay for that. So because it's the same incident, same situation, same results. You played the different card, so the only option she had was a different card. So let me tell another example. Let's say you did your system and client find the obvious defect. So now client's blaming you. So now you go back and play not a big deal card. So this is how you do. So you know the Facebook has defects, Amazon has defects, Google has defects. If those big companies can have defects, why we can have a defect? Yeah, every system has defects, don't worry about it. There's nothing we can do about it, but we will fix it. So if you play that card, the card option the client has is the end of the world card. He will take it and he will play it. He will escalate as much as he can and he will make a big deal about it. He will say, no, you can't go to the production. We need to revert this version, and then you have a delay, and then you have to pay the penalty, and they will play all those possible things they can do. But if you play the end of the world card first, let's say you go and say, we didn't expect that, I'm so sorry, and this should not happen this way, I understand completely, I will go back to my team, I will surely find where this happened, I will make sure this not repeat, so let me to see how fast we can revert this to the previous build, and because this type of defect should not happen in the production. If you play that card, only the option your client has is what? Not a big deal card. He will say, yeah, not a big deal, and try to get the patch as fast as you can, and make sure this doesn't repeat, and he will forget it and move it on. So now we understand only two options we have. One is not a big deal card and other one is the end of the world card. So once you choose one card, the other person, only the option they have is the remaining card. So it's up to you in the negotiation which card you pick.